Hi, I'm Vanessa Uybarreta, licensed massage therapist, yoga instructor, and owner of Mind, Body, Breath Massage Therapy in Amityville, New York. I specialize in myofascial release, the John Barnes method, and I wanted to go over how to self-myofascial release or self-treat with a foam roller. I have many different ways to self-treat. Each tool is not for everyone. This tool, you do need a little bit of strength, so try it, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, go to something else. You always want to stay in your own boundaries and feel your way through each tool, whatever tool you're using. If it doesn't feel right, it's not, and it's not right for you at that moment, okay? The foam roller, this is a longer one. Sometimes they have halves. I like the long one because I can do more with it. I can use it on both legs at the same time. This is just a very basic standard foam roller. They have high density, which just means it's even harder than this, which is going to be more intense for you, or they even have softer ones. So, I'm going to start off with working on the quads, which is the front of the thigh. I'm going to start by, on my knees, I'm going to place it right there, and then I'm going to get down on the ground, on my forearms. Now, this is where you need some core strength, or you need to at least hold yourself so that your back does not arch. That's not good. You want to be nice and straight, nice and stable. My forearms are doing the work, and I'm going to walk back and forth. Now, usually with self-myofascial release techniques, or myofascial release, we're always holding it for a deeper fascial release for a few minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. The foam roller, it's not always possible because I can find a spot. Let's say I roll over here, and this feels kind of tight, so I might hold this for a while. I'm going to hold it as long as I'm comfortable, but I can always go to another tool and really hang out on a spot like this. I like to use the foam roller for this purpose, but also just to roll. I'm creating some soft tissue mobilization just to loosen up the area more superficially, and then I can go in with deeper work with other tools. This is wonderful before exercise and after. It can really help to flush the muscles out, and just kind of, it almost feels like you're warming up, so to speak, the musculature. So, you're never going onto the kneecap. You're always going, stopping above, and going as high as you can comfortably for yourself. Now, I can use it more on the side, on the lateral outer part of the quad. If I take one leg up a little bit, I'm getting the lateral on my other side. Oops. Again, I'm always keeping my core strength so I'm not hurting my back in any way. I'm going to do it on the other side so you can see. This is my right leg is in front. So I'm getting the outer part of my quad a little bit here. We can use this on the psoas or the deep abdominal hip flexors, always depending on if that's okay for you. And you can kind of place it in between the pelvis and the rib cage, being gentle with yourself. This is something that you usually can hold for a few minutes. You're not going to really roll through here. Okay, that's another option. The anterior compartment of the lower leg, or the front part of the lower leg, tibialis anterior, is one of the muscles in here. So my toes are on the floor, my hands are in front. I'm going to roll. Again, I'm not going on top of my knees. I'm going just below my knees. I'm not going too far. I'm not really going over the ankles either. Okay? You can also angle a little bit to the side or to the other by shifting your hips. Everything should feel fairly comfortable for your positioning. Now, onto the back. When you're doing it on your back, you never want to go below the rib cage. Okay, so you can definitely feel that when you have the roller. You don't want to go into the lumbar area because it's very awkward positioning. It's uncomfortable. There's plenty of other ways to treat the lower back. So I'm going to get it just on the bottom of my rib cage, just at the bottom, the last few ribs. Hands behind the head. I'm going to shift my neck forward so that it really can relax. I don't want my neck to strain. I'm going to bring my elbows in a little bit, and my feet are now going to walk. Again, my core is holding me up. I'm not arching my back. Everything's staying stable. And I'm rolling. Not going past my rib cage, the bottom, and I'm rolling up. You can angle a little to one side, getting a little bit on the outer part of the rib cage, of the back. I personally would not hang out on this and just spend some time in one of these spots. It's way too much effort that I would like to do to treat my upper back, and there's other ways to do that. Check my other videos. So I can also angle, I can put my butt to the ground, my hip, and I can get a little bit on the side. Now I'm going through the side, part of the rib cage, the lats, that might be something you've heard of, the muscles. And I'm going to roll a little bit through here. This can be a little tender. And then I can really work through the shoulder. So I'm going to take my bottom arm and just kind of hug my arms together. And if your neck feels strained, just take your other hand and get it under your neck. I'm going to roll. I'm kind of just below my shoulder blade. And I'm going outer to inner. Gently working through here. I'll do it on the other side just so you can see. Reposition. This arm can come here. I'm going to put this behind my head. I'm just going to roll. Kind of rolling under the shoulder blade, under the scapula. Now we have the IT band, which is the side. Okay, start with the hip. Get it just below the hip. And get your forearm on the ground, your bottom forearm. The top leg comes in front. And then we're going to roll. Walk yourself out. This can be tender, okay, especially if you've never done this before. And you're just going to roll using your leg and your arm. See, I'm walking out again, holding myself here, keeping everything stable, rolling through. Now if you want to go into the glute a little bit, you can take the foot to the outer side and you can get into this glute a little bit, the butt. Roll around. Find different angles. Another way to get into the glutes is you can actually just sit on the foam roller. Start here. If this is comfortable for you, you might feel something through here. You can also just shift side to side a little bit. And you can also put your arms behind you if this is okay for you, and shift your knees, and you'll feel it through different parts of the glute. Hamstring. It's doable. It's not for everybody. I'm going to take my hands. Never want to do this. Never do that with your hands. Palms flat. I'm going to point my toes up just to kind of give me some stabilization. Again, my core is working and I'm just rolling. Again, not for everybody, but if you can do this comfortably, it's okay. Never go underneath the knee, the sensitive area. Calves, I can sit my butt on the ground and just kind of roll a little bit. Or I can lift my butt off the ground and roll. Okay, make sure your shoulders don't do that. And last but not least is a more relaxing thing. So you're going to get your butt on the foam roller. It's really your sacrum. And then I'm going to lay back. Just make sure your head's on the roller. Adjust yourself. Kind of tuck your pelvis in for a second to neutralize your spine so you feel comfortable. Get your feet stable and let your arms come out to the sides. My arms are both just directly out. Head is neutral. And this is a really great way to stretch your chest. So you're really stretching the pec muscles, which start from the center of your sternum or breastbone and come out through your shoulders. Most people can use this. So this is one you can just hang out. You could definitely spend several minutes here, 4 to 5 minutes. Just breathe. And I'm just not going to stay obviously the whole time. I'm just going to slide myself off. Sometimes you want to go onto your side and then push up. And that is the variations of using the foam roller. Hope you enjoy. Try it. See if it works for you. I'm Vanessa Uybarreta, and thank you for watching.